Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have a little tutorial for you guys called the Fortune Cookie Mystery. Alright, so before we get to that, have you guys seen that the new giveaway video's up? Check it out right there. Go make your random comment, make sure you're subscribed, and you might have a chance to win this month's giveaway, the Black Arcane deck. So let's get to this week's tutorial, the Fortune Cookie Mystery. So what I have here is just a standard Bicycle Rider back blue deck. What I want you to do is I'm going to have you just touch one card. Can you do that? That one right there? Okay, so remember that card right there. Okay, so you got to choose your card, and I want you to just keep thinking of that card. Keep thinking of it in your head. You got it? Now I don't want you to forget it. That's why I'm trying to have you think about it. So what I have is the deck. Now I want you to see that your card is not on top. It's not on bottom. So let's see here. Go ahead and tell me when your card, tell me when to stop when I get to your card. I'm just going through this really quick. Your card's not in there? Oh, that's interesting. Your card has vanished? Really? Well, I'm kind of hungry. Are you kind of hungry? Alright, so now I would present them with a few choices, fortune cookies in the package. I'll teach you guys about this in a little bit. You can actually have the fortune cookie in a package that they can open themselves. I'm just going to get rid of the blue deck. This is where you present the fortune cookies in their packages, and we'll talk about how to force the right one on them in a minute. But here's my fortune cookie. Yeah, I'm a bit hungry. You know what? Let's take a bite. What the heck? Inside this fortune cookie is a playing card. Well, just take a look at this. The Three of Hearts. Was that your card? Three of Hearts? Inside the fortune cookie? Well, let's get to how that's done. Alright, so what do you need? You need a regular deck of playing cards. I got this one. I was using the Three of Hearts. You can use whatever you want. I also had a duplicate Three of Hearts. We'll get to the fortune cookie part in a minute, and you're going to force this card. All I did in the video was a classic force. That's a little bit more difficult, so if you don't want to do the classic force, you can just do another force. Real quick, here's a real quick one. The Hindu, put it on the bottom, and you just pull cards off the top, tell me when to stop, show the bottom card. It's just always the bottom card. You can easily force a card on that way. So if you do it that way with the Hindu, tell me when to stop, that card right there, put it on there. All I did was hold a break. You can cut it. So now it's at the bottom. And what you're going to do once your card's on the bottom is you don't have to put it on the bottom, but what I did is you can put it on the bottom, and I just did a simple palming it off. You might have seen that in the video if you're watching close enough, but all I did was I palmed it off. You can put it in your pocket from there. You don't have to palm it off, but what I did, I palmed it off, and the reason I palmed it off was so I could show. Let's find your card. Tell me when to stop when you see your card. Your card's not in there anymore. So I made the card vanish from the deck. You don't necessarily have to do this. You can just do the reveal in the fortune cookie after you force the card on them, put the deck in your pocket or whatever, and just give some little patter. Oh, you know what? Are you kind of hungry? I got a couple fortune cookies here. And then reveal in the fortune cookie. So that's just one way you can get rid of their card, palm it off, and then you can go through, ask them. They're not going to see it because you've palmed it off. Or you can just leave it in the deck and go on from there with the fortune cookies. So let's get to the fortune cookie part. How we do the fortune cookie. So what you're going to get is your duplicate, and you're going to fold it up. I just folded it up really small. So it's about like that tiny. How do you get it in the fortune cookie? Well, that's quite interesting. So I recently had a foods class, and they mentioned that you could heat up a fortune cookie in the microwave. Now what you could do with the fortune cookie after it heats up in the microwave is it unfolds itself. This is another thing you can do with the fortune cookie. Anything you want to put in the fortune cookie that'll fit in there, you can put it in there. So I put a playing card in there. That's what I thought of once they said it could unfold and you could change out the fortune into what you wanted to. I thought, I'll use it for magic. You bring out the fortune cookies and you can have them sealed in the package. It plays a little bit better if they open it and pull out the cookie, break it, and your card's in there. So what you're going to do is get a few fortune cookies, and you're going to pick one that you're going to use. Now the prep time might take a little bit of time, but what you want to do is you want to get the fortune cookie, and you want to see which side's facing up, because you're going to open it from the bottom, and you want to be very careful. You're going to very carefully peel it open so that you can easily glue it shut again. and you're going to take out the fortune cookie. So I'm going to very easily peel this open. Now if you rip it too much, you're gonna have to pick a different fortune cookie. So maybe make sure you have a lot of fortune cookies to work with here. But once you can get that fortune cookie out, and the bottom is not too damaged, so that you can seal it back up, what you'll notice is in this fortune cookie there's this really wide spot. Now if you just folded a playing card in half or in thirds, and you would see that it would be too long to be in the fortune cookie. So what I did is I folded the playing card very small so it would fit right inside this part right here. Now the fortune cookie doesn't have to look perfect after you prep it, because no one's going to really pay attention to that anyways. You just have to make sure the playing card is inside the fortune cookie as you fold it back to getting it to looking kind of regular. So how do you get the playing card in here? Well, what you do is you set this on a napkin or a plate or something in the microwave. Now you're going to have to watch it because you don't want to burn the fortune cookie. What you're going to do is set your microwave at about 30 seconds, and after about 10 seconds just watch it, and it'll start to open as it's heating up. So the heat is going to cause your fortune cookie to get soft. So about 10 seconds, see if it's starting to open. 20 seconds. If you do it too long, the fortune cookie might start burning. As it starts to open, you're going to take it out of the microwave, take out the fortune that's in here, and you're going to put your playing card right where you want to in there and start to fold it back in. If it starts to cool down, heat it up a little bit longer and just work with it until you get it back to kind of looking like a fortune cookie. It might take a little bit of work to shape it, and be very careful. This is a little warning. It will be hot. So I used a napkin to touch the fortune cookie between my fingers so I didn't have to physically touch. But once you get your playing card in there after heating it up in the microwave, you're just going to work with it to make it look kind of back to the shape of the fortune cookie. And what you'll be left with is a playing card inside your fortune cookie. Now from here, let it cool down. You might have to hold it shut because it's hot. It will open again as it still remains hot. Blow on it a little bit, let it cool, make sure it stays sealed. What you're going to do is now put it back in the package. So I think I damaged this one just a little too much because I was opening it a little too quickly. But what you'll do is you'll put it right back in the package very carefully so you don't damage the package anymore. And since it's on the bottom, after you seal it, you're going to make sure they open it from the top, and there's kind of a way to do that, or you can open it for them. If you don't want them to open it, you can open the top for them. The reason it won't be easy to access from the bottom is because after you glue it shut, it'll be kind of harder or noticeable that it's been glued shut again. You'll have to find a glue that works. Hot gun glue, super glue I tried didn't work. There was this glue my wife has, I haven't tried yet, she said would seal. It's like E600 or something like that. Just find a glue that'll glue that shut at the bottom. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have a few of these to present to your spectator. And all you're going to do is a simple magician's force with this fortune cookie. If you have 3 to show them, just keep track of which one has the card in it, which fortune cookie has the card in it. Display them on a table or in your hands. Say since there's 3 of them, say put 2 hands on 2 of the fortune cookies. If the one that has the playing card is left open that they didn't put their hands on, then just have them pull those ones away and use the one that was left. If they put one of their hands on one of the 2 that has the playing card, then take away the one that they didn't put it on, and then tell them lift a hand up. If they lift the hand up that had the one with the playing card, use that one. If they lift up the other hand, then have them take the one. So then you just easily force the fortune cookie on them. And then from there, all you have to do is either make sure that they open it from the top. If you hand it to them with it face up instead of where you glued it on the bottom, hand it to them like that, they'll open it like that. Or you can just make sure that you can open it from the top, open their hands and dump it onto their hands. And that way you force it on them, and then after they take a bite or crack open the fortune cookie, their card is in the fortune cookie. I'm definitely going to be using this one because it's an interesting, cool, new, unique way to reveal a card instead of just other ways of revealing cards that we usually use. Give the fortune cookie mystery a shot yourself. Let me know below how it worked out for you, and if you're having issues with getting that playing card in the fortune cookie, just shoot me a message and I'll try and help you out as much as I can, but it's actually pretty simple. Anyways, thanks again for stopping in today for this unique way to reveal a card to your spectator. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time on WhiteArtsMagic.